me get out of here. Hi guys. How you doing? It's us again. Yay! Hope everybody's doing well. Um, welcome everybody. I want to welcome Brian, Tornado Chaser, which would be Chuck, and Double
Hey everybody, how y'all doing?
to the show. Welcome everybody. Uh, yeah, Tornado. Oh, I got an echo. Something's going on. Hope that's not me.
I don't hear it.
I hear it. Let's see.
How's everybody doing?
I'm doing good.
Yeah.
Cool.
How you doing, Dub?
Yeah, Dub, how you doing?
Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna be doing kind of like a sporadic live. I have some things tapped up. I just tapped up some different videos from this week, and so I am going to start saying hello to everybody. So I don't know if Stupid's still here, but hello, Stupid. Johnny, All the World's a Stage. Hello. Good to see you. Jeanette is awake. Lovely. Hello, awake. Cormac and let's see, Julie and Joel and Combat Veteran and events and other things. That's cool. Good to see you guys. Welcome.
It's good to see events and other things. I haven't seen him in a while. How you doing, man? It's good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you. So yeah, we're just gonna kind of hang out tonight, and you know, I sometimes I need to get some motivation. Hi, Analog. Good to see you. Welcome. Honeycut. Amanda, good to see you. So yeah, we're just gonna have we're gonna just talk about whatever. Like I said, we're gonna talk about a couple personal things that's going on with me. Just that kind of will hit home. Nothing like, oh, you know, I don't want no empathy or anything. It's not something like that. I'm just saying that just a couple things that I wanted to share with everybody because it is the truth. And thank you, Cormac. He said my avatar won. I'm just kidding. He's like, that's some avatar. But anyway. But so how you doing, Brian? You been doing okay?
Yep, I've been doing just fine.
Good. Very good. And Chuck?
I'm doing wonderful, actually. Got a little bit of time off, so I'm happy about that.
Yeah, it looks like you have a lot of time off with hail in your eye. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
And Dub Wilkinson, you've been doing okay?
I've been doing good. A little bit draggy maybe this week, but doing good.
Yeah, his blood pressure.
How's the blood pressure? Yeah, I was going to ask about that.
Well, we didn't get it up as much as we thought we did. If anybody doesn't understand, Dub's blood pressure drops, and it drops so low sometimes that he could black out. And so I have to feed him some salt water. He's been a little draggy this week, and so we checked his blood pressure. It was low a couple hours ago, and so I've been feeding him salt water, and we checked his temperature and his blood pressure, and it went lower. So I don't know. He's still here. He's still kicking.
Yep. Doing good.
Yeah, he's all right. I think maybe the reader wasn't doing well. I don't know. We're gonna wait and see, but he's doing good. I think.
Yeah.
I don't want to speak for you.
Absolutely. Yeah.
You sound good, though. He sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's chipper.
Chipper.
Yep, he's a chipper guy. So yeah.
You want to explain my avatar?
Yeah, I'm gonna wait for a few more people to pop in
Gotcha.
before I explain it. Because I'm gonna have to pull some stuff up to do it.
Okay.
But yeah. So let's see. Hi, little one. Good to see
Betsy.
you.
Good to see you, Betsy.
Yeah. Nice to see you, Betsy. Haven't seen you around a lot, and we've missed you, so I'm glad to see you pop on in.
I think she dropped in last week. I thought I saw her last week, maybe.
Yeah. But yeah, so yeah, we'll just wait to see if anybody else pops on in. Oh, we went from 20 to 18, so let's see. So
I got 20.
You got 20? I got 19. What do you got,
19.
Brian? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
19.
19. That's what I got. But yeah, so I have a variety of videos tabbed up, and I'm trying to figure out what we're gonna play first. But I do want to say first things first. So on a more personal level, hi Danny, good to see you. Welcome, welcome. He's all 20 because he popped in. So we kind of all know that they're ramping up the thing again. I'm not really keeping an eye on it. I've seen a few channels cover it, that kind of stuff. But my message about that is that no matter what, I have my son, his grandparents have both been put in nursing homes recently. He lives in New Mexico, and I talked to him yesterday, and his auntie and his dad both agreed to force vaccinate them both in the nursing home. So my son is freaking out and livid. He's very close with his grandparents, and so just so you guys know, it's still happening, and we kind of already understand what the outcome is going to be, and I'm just terrified for him. But so I kind of wanted to mention that that it on a more personal level. And so it's kind of hard to know that he's going to be going through that. And yeah, so he did notify me, and he was very upset about it. He is awake on the most part about most things, my son, which is I'm very blessed and grateful for. And so yeah, he had to notify me about that. So on a better note, I just wanted to let people know that it is happening, and they're still forcing it. They're still going to do it no matter what. And his grandparents had avoided that whole ordeal for a very long time. And then both their health went downhill, and now they're, they don't really have a choice. And so they got approval from his father to do so. So,
can I say one thing before you change subjects on that real quick, what you just said?
Yeah.
I've known a lot of people that are in the hospital with pneumonia and different things, and I think a lot of people are dying because I think what they did several years ago had kind of like a time release because they couldn't just wipe everybody out. So I think now in this fall, I think we're really going to see people dropping. Just yeah, it's kind of what I'm seeing right now.
Yeah, and I figured everybody would know when they, you guys all understand that. Warp speed, yes.
I just wanted to put time travel in there too, so
Right.
that's their whole shebang, space. And then that video Chuck showed a little bit of earlier, starting to talk about wormholes, and oh man, that video was nuts. Just the things those people were saying.
Yeah. So anyway, so that I just thought I would share that because it's real. It's in real time. I know 4 people previously that have passed due to the and due to the juice, and so within days.
Yep.
And so, and I know that there's a lot of people here that have known people. So I just wanted to say that because it was really close to my heart, and it really, when my son hurts, I hurt, you know what I mean? So, but anyway, we'll get that out of the way. And yeah, I thank you, Cormac. I will. I'll give him our best for sure. Yeah, he's terrified, and you know that's just kind of the way the cookie crumbles. You know, nowadays. Uh, but
Pretty
anyway,
well.
yeah. So well, we have 23 watching. You know, so I kind of wanted to go over Chuck's avatar. Um, there's he's a this guy that he's got a picture of. I'm gonna kind of expose, and I hate to do that, but actually I was sub to this channel. This channel has 1.5 million subscribers. His name is Reed Timmer. He's a tornado chaser, and you know, you just never think, you know, I don't know. You know, I was watching it because I think somebody from our group came in and shared something, and that's how I subbed to this guy, or it was recommended. I have no idea. But so he put out a video the other day, and this was his thumbnail. And so I kind of want to expose and kind of bring light to it. Let me go ahead and screen share here.
Think
And
about it too. If YouTube allows you to get 1 million subscribers, then something's up with that. Period.
right. So, like well, he's got 1.6 now. So, or 1.06 million subs. So, this was a video. I'm not playing the video. By all means, when I saw the thumbnail, I went in there and I commented right away. See if it's going to show my comment. Probably not, just because.
Saw it, but you like scrolled past it. I think.
Because it should show my, it should show my, it should show it. But anyway, I'll just get out of this and I will go to my notifications because, let's see. That's weird that it, weird. It should be right at the top. How crazy is that?
It should be. They probably hid it.
No, because I've had
it. I saw it a second ago and I was gone, Michelle. You had it up.
That's so weird.
You flipped right by it.
Well, first things first. I don't know if you guys can see this. I scrolled down a little bit, and this chick here, Kenley, says, "Love your thumbnail. Ice baby. Never stop chasing. Targeted weather warfare is real." You know, and I was like, if this girl only knew. She's like, "I love your thumbnail."
Oh wow.
Yeah. I was like, so I thought I would show that. Oh, there it is. So, there's my comment. I said the one eye symbolism on your thumbnail, that did it for me, which I unsubbed right away. And then I got 20 replies, or there's been 20 comments since then. Still awake. Excuse me. Still awake is a subscriber of mine, and I'm sub to her. And she said I saw that too with you know, a sad emoji. And then there was another person that said, well, good. There's good to know someone can see, someone else can see. You don't have 1 million followers just because you did it for me. To nothing it's nothing is what it seems. Peace and blessings. Stay prayed up. I don't know who that person is. And then another one says, yeah, that sunk my heart. And then, another one is LOL. Is that a dog whistle like the okay hand sign or milk? I don't even know what that means.
This is awesome though, because this is a weather channel and you got all these people awake.
Right.
That's awesome.
So, and then there was another person that her name is Julie. She said same. And then let's see.
Galactic Nova Overload. He didn't enjoy your comment.
Really?
No,
He
No,
probably thumbs
so-
up his own.
no. So, yeah, he says y'all are weird. Grow up and from your fairy tales and superstitions.
What an idiot.
And so everybody else kind of responded to him. And then this Maddie chick says, seriously? She says, meanwhile, during the stream, look, hail eyes. I don't know how to take that one, but let's see. I'm going to show more replies. This Julie says, this kind of symbolism has meaning. It's very real and disturbing. You have a lot to learn. This galactic guy says, it doesn't. Please seek mental help and spend your time on more fruitful endeavors.
Yeah, like outer space. And
Yeah.
galactic
Yeah, like
internet research.
Wormholes.
Right. And she says that's exactly what narcissists say to people that tell the truth. I don't need mental help, thanks. If you knew who runs the medical profession, that would open your eyes right up. All you do is to keep they do is to keep you depressed and don't help at all. But the way who inspired your, she goes, by the way, who inspired your username? She said the Galactic Federation or your PC PlayStation games. I wish you well. When this is what she said, it was pretty good though. She says, I wish you well when the truth all comes out. Peace out.
Hey, Michelle, real quick. Kansas gal just popped in and she's wanting to know what you're talking about.
Okay. So what we're talking about is what's on Chuck's avatar. It's a tornado chaser channel that I was subbed to briefly. I wasn't subbed to him maybe a couple weeks because we were getting tornadoes and blah blah blah. And a couple days ago, he posted this video that I'm scrolling down to in the comments, and with the thumbnail of what Chuck's avatar is. And
Can you back out to show her? Back out real quick just to show her the avatar. Just for a second. There it is. Tornado chaser on the bottom.
Yeah. Well, I have the.
Oh, hey, I wanted to say something about that picture real quick because events and other things. What Chris G said that on some of my vids, I accidentally end up as a one eye because I think I have the cam on me fully when it's not. Yeah, things can happen like that on the, people like us. We don't have a production team with 1.5 million subscribers. Right. That guy 100% does. He has custom thumbnails and someone specifically customized that thumbnail for that video. And that's what we're seeing here. Not accidental stuff.
So this is the thumbnail. The video was 9 minutes and 30 seconds long. There's a lot going on with this. He's got 1.5 or 1.6 million subscribers, whatever. A lot of subs. And I know that there's, like I said, there's people that are sub to my channel or that I'm sub to their channel that do follow this guy or used to. I don't follow him no more. But this is what came up, and I was dumbfounded. Of course, I wasn't surprised, but I was like, wow. So
hey, let me say something real quick for the numbers people. Take the timestamp and flip it upside down. That would be your 3 6s. And then the 9,000 views, add 9 plus 4, you get your 13. Yeah, just saying. I mean, it's always, those numbers always come up.
So I'm trying to bring light to this because yeah, I think it's crazy. Hi Frida, good to see you. Welcome, Kansas girl, Hebrews. Welcome guys. So I'm trying to bring light to this because it's everywhere. And if you guys don't think you can't have that many subs if you're going to be really doing the truth. So yeah, so that's why I was showing you guys this. I'm going to go back to the comments real quick. So let's see.
All right, Freddie, you got to tell Tommy what's going on now. I'm just kidding.
Oh no. You guys are going to have to go back.
That's Tommy, what's going on, man?
So Still Awake says, she says your troll is showing. Get behind us. He says that's yourself. I said 100, absolutely 100% Still Awake. And then I just told him, I said, I believe you are the one that needs to have some growing up to do. Do your research on one eye symbolism, and you might learn a thing or two. If you have no idea what you're talking about, then maybe you should keep to yourself, or maybe find God. That's the only way. So, and then I had a guy who said, I subbed to your channel. His name is Frank. And I said, thank you. And he says, you're welcome. And I agree with your post I agree with your post. Very disappointing. So I just kind of, like I said, I just wanted to kind of point that out, that I did get some good responses. You know, I did unsub that channel right away. Hi, Tommy. Good to see you. Welcome. And yeah, I don't want to be any part of anybody. You can't tell me him posting that he didn't know what he was doing. I'm telling you, I don't care what anybody says. Oh, you know, he was just trying to show how big the hail was. You know, no, you don't. Not in this day and age.
You could have showed it next to a golf ball, next to a lemon, next to all kinds of things that are actually real, instead of
Right.
shoving it over your eyeball to show your allegiance.
Right.
Yeah, I think a lot what Brian said that it's just the guy knows that the thumbnail was made specifically by design, and that tells a lot.
So yeah, I'm gonna call it out for what it is. You know, I'm not trying to say anything bad about this guy or anything. I'm just letting you guys know, if you do follow this guy, you know, to each his own. I'm just gonna call it out, and I unsubbed him, and I'm gonna call it for what it is. And we have 33 watching. Yay! I'm just kidding.
And there was some very good response on that. The only really bad one was from Galactica guy.
Yeah.
So that kind of speaks for itself.
So it was pretty good to see some good responses anyway.
Hey, real quick about your comment. It's been, I don't know, probably all the way back like 2013 or 14. I used to comment like that on some big channels and get like 200 or 300, you know, like comments back, and like, you know, 1,000 likes. But once you start speaking a little bit of truth, man, that goes away. I mean, I don't think I've gotten more than 5 likes. You know, now it's like they got like sensors in the algorithms. I mean, they can monitor and censor the comment sections too.
I made a video about this thumbnail months ago, if y'all remember, and I was saying that, you know, when you smack yourself in the forehead, like those idiots for, you know, he slams them for high ticket prices and cancels the show. Yeah, this is definitely done for a reason. You would smack yourself in the forehead. No one's ever smacked themselves in their eyeball when they said, "Oh, stupid me." And
Right.
yep. So that's how
What?
thumbnails that have a media or you know, what do we call it? A crew behind them. You know, what I mean, a production crew.
Yeah.
Anyway, and that's
Oh,
that.
look at Oliver Anthony with the one eye symbolism right there, Brian.
Yeah, that's what I was showing, right?
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, I'm on a delay. Never mind. It's
Okay.
cool.
Get with
All
it,
right.
Chuck.
I
Or
know.
Tornado Chaser. No, I wanted to say hello to Ron. Welcome, welcome. Good to see you, brother. Good. Glad that you're here. But
Kip,
yeah,
Kip dropped in. Good to see you, Kip.
hi, Kip. Good to see you. Welcome, welcome. I'm going to play one of your videos.
Hey, and real quick, one thing that really hurt me as far as comments back in 2012 with the whole school, you know, the Handy Sook whole episode there, when all the stuff was out. This was before it was censored, man. I was going on all the gun tubers channels and trying to expose it, and I was dropping links and everything. And shortly after that, I mean, I was like, I'm banned from even anybody even seeing my comments anymore. So I did kind of do that to myself.
Yeah, and I just, I refuse to. It's really hard, okay? It's really hard sometimes. It wasn't really hard for me in most of the ways, but just so you guys know, Nana Candy is modded now. Thank you for that, Hebrews, for making me aware of that. But it's really hard when you don't want to participate in the music industry. I don't listen to any music anymore. I try not to partake in something that I know is it that's considered. I don't want to partake, and so I have to step away, and but I do have to say my piece, and that's what I try to do there. I wasn't mean, I wasn't, but I am going to call it out for what it is. And so I want people that are here that to be aware. And I was following him just because we were having tornadoes, and there's been a lot of tornadoes going on, and I wanted to follow somebody. And like I said, I have no idea how I came across this guy, but I do know that I do have some subs that follow him too, and so I just wanted everybody to be aware of all that.
Yeah, and one more thing too about like a storm chaser being in the club. I mean, they're going to have people in every area because they use them when something big, like if there's something massive that breaks, they're going to let them. They're going to, they're going to control it with their opposition.
Well,
They're going to control the narrative with the people they have out there.
Think of the fear mongering. How much fear mongering you can control
with tornadoes, especially.
Yes. Think about that. That's a very good point, Chuck. Controlling the fear mongering, getting people. I mean, 1 million subscribers is a lot of people. You know what I mean? Hi, Marlene. Good to see you. Welcome, welcome.
Not as many as the Beast.
Not as many as a beast. But yeah, so yeah, just be aware of it. Know your his name is Reek Timmer channel. And yeah. You should call his channel the Twister. Yeah. But anyway, so let's move on. Let me get rid of that one. All right. So let's see here.
I'll switch thumbnails now.
Oh, you can now.
I will.
We can move on. Okay. Yeah, you can't do anything. My cat's on the desk. All right. Let's see here.
So you left the club.
I left the club.
Oh, man.
Man. You couldn't hang on for another 5 minutes? I'm just kidding. Oh, okay. So Kip says, Reed is a cool guy. I've spent time with him. Crazy, funny guy. Okay.
Kip, you need to rewind. Like I said, he's putting avatars with the one hand eye symbolism. She was just pointing that out. And you got 1 million subscribers on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? You know, YouTube's never going to let you get 1 million subscribers.
Yeah. He might be a really cool guy, but I don't think anybody that puts that on their I don't know.
I was just telling Brian earlier too that the number one, the biggest channel on YouTube is The Beast, called The Beast. So I mean, all this stuff, it's not a coincidence.
No, it's not.
Nope.
But yeah. Yeah, and he sounds cool and he gets everybody riled up and he's really exciting and that kind of stuff. But then yeah, I'm not gonna be a part of that. I don't wanna join that.
Not in that club.
No, I mean, hey, look, give everybody the benefit of the doubt. I mean, it's on him. You know what? If he's a sellout, he's ultimately the one that's going to have to pay for it one day. You know what I mean? That's on him.
Exactly.
The power of the shekel. 30 pieces of silver.
All right. So with that in mind, whoa.
Pots and pans.
You're fine, Brian.
He's good.
All right.
Deception.
So I thought I'd play this. This is a friend of mine. His name is Kip, and he just put this one out, and I wanted to play it. I thought it was a pretty good one. So,
Kip. Who's Kip?
I don't know. Some guy. His name is Kip. I don't know. Or you can just call him just Kip. I'm just kidding.
The Nut House is in here. Saying,
Hi,
hey,
Nut House. Good to see you. Welcome, welcome. So here
you're
we
in
go.
the Nut House.
Yeah, we're in the Nut House. That's for sure. Here we go.
Red flag. Red flag. Why do they want to get kids with space so hard? Because they know that's when the indoctrination sets in as kids.
This is weird, but it's spiritual. NASA just hired a Catholic priest to prepare religions of the earth for future encounter with aliens.
What? What?
What is that about? Then there's this article. Well, NASA taps theologians to assess how humans will react if life is found on other planets. Here's another article, same thing. NASA is looking to priests and theologians for help with assessing how humans will react if alien life is found on other planets and how the discovery could impact our ideas of God and of gods and creation. Listen to this article from the first one. In a rather bizarre move, NASA has recruited a British priest to prepare the religious for the discovery of alien life as space agencies claim to be getting closer to discovering evidence that life exists outside of planet Earth, according to Bin 365. Reverend Dr. Andrew Davison, a priest and theology professor at the University of Cambridge, is among 24 theologians who participated in a program sponsored by NASA at the Space Agency Center for Theological Inquiry at Princeton University. The theologians attempted to assess how major religions would react to news of alien life should it be found. The appointment comes as NASA's $10 billion James Webb Space Telescope is scheduled to launch on Christmas Day. This would be just the other day. The vessel will implement cutting-edge technology to examine every phase of cosmic history inside the solar system to the most distant observable galaxies in the entire, in the early universe. But I looked out there, why are they doing that? Unless they know that something is about ready to be announced regarding aliens. Listen, I believe that people are seeing aliens, but I believe they're demons. I don't believe they're aliens on other planets. These are demonic creatures that are being manifested to certain people.
In our obsession with antagonisms of the moment, we often forget how much unites all the members of humanity. Perhaps we need some outside universal threat to make us recognize this common bound. I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world. If suddenly there was a threat to this world from some other species, from another planet, outside in the universe, we'd forget all the little local differences that we have between our countries, and we would find out once and for all that we really are all human beings. I don't suppose we can wait for some alien race to come down and threaten us, but I think that between us, we can bring about. Perhaps we need some outside universal threat.
I saw 3 unclean spirits like frogs come out of the mouth of the dragon, and out of the mouth of the beast, and out of the mouth of the false prophet. For they are the spirits of devils working miracles, which go forth unto the kings of the earth and of the whole world, to gather them to the battle of that great day of God Almighty.
Okay, there's UFOs all over the place. I'm just like, wow.
When I saw the UFO, I was astonished.
I saw a huge UFO.
Out came aliens with backpacks coming into the earth.
Looked into the sky and noticed purple UFOs coming down through the clouds. It was interesting. As they broke through the clouds, I felt indescribable peace as my spirit was being pulled from my body towards the sky.
All of a sudden, this light just comes out of everyone's forehead and starts telepathically speaking to everyone and says, if you want to be saved, come with me. If you want to go to heaven, come with me and be saved. Everyone that agreed, this UFO just came and just took everybody up and just dipped.
I watched this alien spacecraft landed, and as it landed, a gentleman came out of the spacecraft and he said, come with me, Karian, come into the spacecraft, you will be safe, we will protect you. These beings are fallen angels.
Now, as I'm looking around, this UFO spaceship comes towards me. You know, it started scanning my whole body, and that's when I started lifting up in the air. And as I got higher in the sky, the dream ended. I asked God, what did this mean? He told me that the rapture would be disguised as the alien invasion.
I seen this huge spaceship, flying saucer, UFO, whatever, and it scared me. And they were attacking people, and I didn't even want to come out the store because everybody that was out the store was getting attacked by the aliens, the fallen angel.
You said you saw fake news to cover up what the rapture. What was the news?
Before the people became zombies, they could tap their phone like this, and the phone would go out like that. And then the news was there was like UFOs, alien abductions, and Christians killing themselves.
This UFO flew over our heads. All the people were amazed that aliens, they're true, they're real, but they're really demons. And I believe that's the great deception that's coming, man. I've seen countless of visions where God was showing me, man, Jesus was showing me hundreds of these demonic spaceships coming out of the sky, and the sky was black, and people were just running for their life. It was horrible, man. It was horrible.
Are aliens actually demons disguised as aliens? let's discuss that. Lately, the United States has been chasing these things all around the world. But what are they? These points of light that seem to defy even physics. People are trying to put their finger on it, and they're coming to the conclusion that it's not of this world. The scriptures say that even Satan can appear as an angel of light. Well, since these points of light are defying physics by going thousands of miles an hour, stopping, then going at 90 degrees, and then disappearing essentially, what do you think it is if it's not them?
No, now I'm not sure we went far enough out to encounter the Van Allen radiation belt.
Then we went right through it.
Some say they seen stars, some say they didn't.
I'm not sure
Sorry, I'm eating potato chips, but I said some of those guys say they seen stars, and some of them say they didn't. You know what I mean? Going through the Van Allen radiation belt and all that stuff. And, well, we've seen, things. And the other guy's like, no, I didn't see nothing. Anyway.
Yep, I remember.
You have entered the name Not Sure. Is this correct? Not Sure.
No.
Please confirm your last name,
My-
Sure.
My last name is not Sure.
Thank you.
Now, I'm not sure we went far enough out to encounter the Van Allen radiation belt.
Maybe we did encounter the Van Allen radiation belt. Maybe we did.
Up to 25,000 miles above the Earth.
We went right out through them.
No effects on your cells.
Didn't even know it. I don't think anybody, well, maybe somebody said you went through the radiation belt, but we didn't feel it inside.
Earth is a closed system. We cannot leave the Earth.
Paradise, folks, but don't forget to buckle up out there in Radio Land. Remember, good driver, good driver. Good driver, good driver.
These were all unique creations of brilliant people who had to think of something that doesn't exist.
All unique creations of brilliant people who had to think of something that doesn't exist.
Right now, we only can fly in Earth orbit. That's the farthest that we can go. And this new system that we're building is going to allow us to go beyond and hopefully take humans into the solar system to explore. So the moon, Mars, asteroids, there's a lot of destinations that we could go to.
I can believe that. Zero evidence. No one knows anything about the Big Bang Theory, but if you say you believe in it, you're considered a smart person. You don't.
These same people that say that we're going to be able to, or that we can, there are other people that are saying they already have, and they sent a rover on Mars. You see what I mean? It's just, they can't keep their lies straight.
Total Recall. I love that movie. We went to Mars then, that movie.
His face melted off when he was in Mars.
Yeah. 2 weeks. Anybody even knows that movie?
I do. I like when that woman's face started messing up. Remember when Schwarzenegger had that lady's face?
Yeah, that's what he was doing. He got caught up on the question. They're like, how long are you visiting for? He's like, 2 weeks. You know what I mean? He started like glitching out, and then he threw his head, and it blew up. Anyway, sorry, press play.
You know shit about it. You know nothing about it. Out of nothing, everything just came about and just exploded. Where's the evidence? It's Big Bang Theory shit.
Magic. That's
you have no evidence, and you like cling on to it. Zero evidence. You didn't even know that a priest came up with that shit. Yeah, I did. A priest, not a scientist. A priest.
If the cabal were to deploy the fake alien invasion, it could be game over. The mask mandates have revealed how easily compliant the population is. They will believe whatever they are told, and the rest of us could be wiped out within weeks with direct energy weapons and whatever else they have up their sleeve. We are now seeing a sort of disclosure, as if they are preparing us, continuing to warn us of the alien threat. We know the cabal has the will to do this, And it seems they have the means as well. But if we can destroy this evil cancer, then humanity has a chance.
President doesn't know it's occurring. Who's going to stop this from happening?
The last card is the alien card, and all of it is a lie. A lie.
Now, there was a recent poll in the United Kingdom. More people believe in extraterrestrials in the UK than God. Okay? And that's a fact. And so to me, the strong delusion is already here. The groundwork has been laid. And now our hypothesis that these powers and principalities that Paul writes about in Ephesians 6, these demonic forces have seeded this idea into the world. So we are primed and ready for a deception.
Okay, just one last note. If you orbited the moon, why do you have a problem swearing to God that you did so?
Sir, I don't, but I don't feel like I have to do that because data speaks for itself.
I am the light of the world. He who follows me shall not walk in darkness, but have the light of life. John 14:27. Peace I leave with you, my peace I give to you. Not as the world gives do I give to you. Let not your heart be troubled, neither let it be afraid. Yes, pandemic. Yes, governments will fall apart. Yes, wars and rumors of wars, earthquake, pestilences, volcano eruption. Yes, these are the things that has to happen. They must happen because he already saw it happening. He's telling us what must happen. Whenever he says must, it means it happened. He saw it. I am the vine, you are the branches. He who abides in me and I in him bears much fruit. For without me, you can do nothing. Go and try. Try to have a government. Go and start a communist country and kick God out. Let's see. Ask the Cubans, they'll tell you. Ask the Chinese, they'll tell you. We cannot do anything without Christ. We can pretend that we can do, it'll fall apart. We cannot do anything without him.
You look pissed, Ben. Believe me, you got every right to be. But hey, will you just let me explain? This is television. That's all it is. It's nothing to do with people. It's to do with the ratings. For 50 years, we've told them what to eat.
Screw your freedom. I just want to say that. Don't you remember when he said that?
This was a good movie where they faked the news and say that Arnold did something that he didn't, you know what I mean? And it was all done with, you know, well, whatever, it was a movie, but yeah. And then Arnold, remember in the last year though, Arnold's been saying, "Hey, I love America. It gives me everything, all these opportunities for me and my family." You know what I mean? So that's all the politicians or all the people who came out in 2020 and said, "Screw your freedoms and put your, you know."
That's what Arnold said. Screw your freedom.
On.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry, we're ruining Kip's video. We keep pausing it and talking.
Eat, what to drink, what to wear. For Christ's sake, Ben, don't you understand? Americans love television. They wean their kids on it. They love game shows. They love wrestling.
Did you tell me to pause?
No, I just said that's the truth. They love TV. They wing their kids on it.
Right? Exactly.
Oh, you're not entertained.
Sports, violence. So what do? We give them what they want. We're number one, Ben. That's all that counts. Believe me, I've been in the business 30 years.
Well, I haven't been in show business as long as you have, Killian. But I'm a quick learner. So I'm going to give the audience what I think they want.
You bastard! Drop dead!
I don't do requests.
Kip with the mad skills editing, man.
I'm telling you.
Wow.
That's a good outro.
That was one of the best last card videos I've seen in a while.
Yeah, that's a very good outro. I'm still waiting for my intro on just regular videos. I don't make many, so it's not like it's an emergency by any means. But
Kip, we don't want to see you with the big hailstone.
Yeah, we don't want to see no one-eye symbolism.
Nah. Yep.
But yeah, so I thought I would show that. I thought it was a good video. And let's see what else we got here. We got some crazy stuff going on. Let's see here. Let's do this one.
Anybody ever seen the Goonies? I'm sure you all have. So we have the one-eyed symbolism in that movie where they're always holding that coin up over their face. But then you got the guy who's called One-Eyed Willie.
One-Eyed Willie, yep.
Perverted all on its own.
So now that she's here, I can play it. But she wants to talk about it, and we're going to listen. So here we go. It's from Ange. Everybody.
Hey guys, so check this out. I got a couple things I want to say about this guilty verdict for Trump, right? Listen, man, I'm watching these agents out here try to drum up some insurrection. Okay, they're all over TikTok right now. It's good times. And you'll know because they'll have all the followers. They don't ever get blocked. And they're a little too clean cut, right? They're not even normal looking. Anyway, watch for those. Watch your comments. Okay. Let's not forget what Trump did when he drummed everybody up to go to the Capitol on the 6th, remember? And then he left them fucking hanging, and those people went to jail. Y'all remember that? Because I remember that. Anyways, you already know he ain't going to jail. With wealthy people don't go to jail, y'all. They really don't. They can put on a show like Martha Stewart did. They put on a show like that's jail. That ain't jail. Okay. That's TV. So don't get all hyped up in your emotion over some dumb shit, because that motherfucker's a traitor, number one, for red flag gun laws and father of the vax. Joe Biden is just a demon. Okay? Don't buy the bullshit. Don't go do no dumb shit, because that's what they want. But keep your eyes peeled for these fucking agents out here that are trying to drum everybody up to do something, because it's a fucking trap. Number two. All right. Just wanted to say that. It did please me to see the guilty verdict, only because, I don't know, I wish it was true. But Joe Biden should be standing right next to him because he's a fucking pedophile. So, but I think Trump is too. So there's that. You know what I'm saying? They hide it well, but I know better. I know what these demons do. All right, guys, listen, man. Keep hold of your emotion. Don't do dumb shit. And go get you some popcorn. Watch this bullshit. I hope somebody really does do something. I hope this government does try something, because I'm sick of watching their fucking clown show. All right. And in the meantime, passing all these fucking bills. I bet you they're passing something right now while everybody's watching this bullshit, you know, behind our backs. And they're doing it every day, implementing all these laws, legislation, and bunch of bullshit, guys. Come on, man. The tyranny's becoming unreal. Some of us ain't falling for the bullshit, guys. Okay? They can do what they want, but you see this out here? That's my fucking property. As long as they stay the fuck away from me, we ain't gonna have no issues. I ain't gonna say what I do if they don't, but I will have a smile on my fucking face, because I've had it, and y'all should have had it too. Stop voting. Stop voting. If nobody goes to vote, they can't even fake it. Right? But I already know that's not going to happen, because there's too many people that just don't fucking see anything. So let's watch it play out in real time. It's like watching a really shitty movie. And I don't want to watch it, but it's in my face. And I don't even have a TV. This is all I got. Anyways, I had to say that because this is really getting funny to me. I'm watching everything. Love y'all.
So I had put out this.
We see everything.
Her and I put out the same video at the same time. Well, not the same video, but but within like 4 minutes apart. This is mine. I usually don't play mine, but I'm gonna play it anyway because we're playing Crazy Times. So here we go.
Oh, good old Trump. Anyway, I really thought he was going to say rigged at least 6 times, but he didn't. He said it 5. But you know how he is. He's got to repeat. And I just thought I'd show you this clown show and show you the world is just a stage. And that's it. Hope you guys enjoy this. So disgraceful. Love you guys. God bless. And we'll see you soon. Bye.
This was a disgrace. This was a rigged trial by a conflicted judge who was corrupt. It's a rigged trial, a disgrace. They wouldn't give us a venue change. We were
Hey, pause it real quick.
or 6%.
Is it rigged kind of like WWE is that Trump plays on like every Monday night?
Yeah, well, look at this lawyer next to him, or whoever this guy is next to him. Look at I kept looking at this guy, and I was like, look at this guy.
Could that be his handler or something? Who knows?
Who knows?
In this district, in this area, this was a rigged, disgraceful trial. The real verdict.
Many times he said disgrace, so maybe he said that 6 times. I'm not sure, but we can all count. Thank you guys.
November 5th by the people, and they know what happened here, and everybody knows what happened here.
So please get out and vote on November 5th because you know that's going to bring in a new world order. Hello. Just kidding. We're already in it. So anyway, had to say that.
You have a sore respect, DA, and the whole thing. We didn't do a thing wrong. I'm a very innocent man, and it's okay. I'm fighting for our country. I'm fighting for our Constitution. Our whole country is being rigged right now.
He's not fighting for anything. Okay. He's all about a bunch of words. It's a show. The world is a stage, and he's in it. Just know.
This was done by the Biden administration in order to wound or hurt an opponent, a political opponent. And I think it's just a disgrace. And we'll keep fighting. We'll fight till the end and we'll win. Because our country's gone to hell. We don't have the same country anymore. We have a divided mess.
Because we had a safe country when he was president. We had the lockdowns. We had the warp speed. We had all of that stuff. Remember, everybody, he's the chosen one. Sure he is. He's the godfather of the vaccines. Yay. Just remember that. Don't forget that, because most people do. The godfather of the vaccines that you know what they did. Just saying.
In decline, serious decline. Millions and millions of people pouring into our country right now from prisons and from mental institutions, terrorists, and they're taking over our country. We have a country that's in big trouble, but this was a rigged decision right from day one.
Our country was in big trouble long ago, way a long time ago. So if anybody believes that he's going to save the day, he's going to save us, he's better out of the two, or he's the chosen one, you're very mistaken. Really. Look at this guy. He's an actor. Don't forget, he's an actor, like they all are.
Conflicted judge who should have never been allowed to try this case, never. And we will fight for our Constitution. This is long from over. Thank you very much.
I say very, very well done, Michelle.
Oh, whatever. You're like my biggest cheerleader. Like I said, I don't normally show my own stuff, but yeah.
A lot of truth in there.
I just had, watching him, just hearing stuff from movies like America, America. Yeah. You all seen that movie, right?
Right.
Yep. Just lies.
Just a show. All the world's a stage. Just so everybody knows. Let me see here.
A rigged election, a rigged trial. It's all rigged.
All staged.
And I'm just going to get my stuff out of the way because I wanted to play these. Maybe everybody saw them, or this one's only a minute long. Just trying to make a little bit of point here, but, it's just something that crossed my mind. Get it out of the way and let's...
Thinking after watching this video, this is 65 miles per hour winds in Iowa. So they're showing it for about 40 seconds. But my thought process was, are we actually going 1,000 miles per hour on a spinning ball? If we can see this and feel what we're watching here right now, wouldn't we feel a spinning at 1,000 miles per hour? Just a thought. Thank you, God bless, and please watch.
Michelle, it's because we're in an enclosed system and it's moving with
Uh-huh.
the spin.
Oh, okay.
That's what I've heard somebody say. And I'm just
Oh, okay. Well, thank you for pointing that out. I appreciate that. But I'm just like, they show all this, and we're on a spinning ball at 1,000 miles an hour. That's what crossed my mind. I was like, really? I don't know.
Yeah, but that's just the spinning at the equator. We're moving 666,000 miles an hour around the sun.
Right. All right. So let's see.
What'd you link, Brian?
Can you play that video real quick that I just put in there? I've noticed this popping up on YouTube lately, and it's actually just play the video. That's all I can say. And once you see one of them, YouTube would be like, oh, yeah, we got more of this for you. Anyway.
Okay. Let me pull it up.
Only a fool would sit there and, just like the song that says, the fool on the hill sees the sun going down and the eyes in his head see the world spinning around. So, yeah, this video explains that.
How did it go again, Brian?
Can you see
fool
that?
on the hill sees the sun going down, and that's music from like the Beatles or something like that. And the eyes in his head see the world spin around. Anyway.
He was just trying to get you, Brian.
Okay, my bad, Chuck. Got me again.
Got you.
See, I have my own humor, and then other people, I don't get theirs either, and it's all good.
It's all good.
We're rotating, guys. This video got
I've seen
4
yeah.
million views. 4 million views. This Earth's
Who was it that
rotation.
debunked it? Somebody debunked it. Who was the channel that debunked this?
It doesn't matter that they debunked it. It's the fact that it's got 4 million views and it's still out there. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
Pushed to the max. Like, here's a visualization in a time lapse of the Milky Way galaxy, Earth's rotation. And once you see one of these videos, there's tons of these videos that will pop up. People, I mean, what the hell happens when this camera hits the freaking side of the ground? Does he go underneath the ground and keep spinning around and film the dirt and then come back around back up top? You know? Jeez.
93 did.
That's so funny.
I mean, the camera is the only thing that's rotating, obviously.
It's so ridiculous. It's so dumb.
I
How
know.
people can be like looking at this going, wow.
Confused.
This
You know,
is
it just looks like
so
NASA. You know how all their pictures are like 45 angled all the time on them, like the picture of the ball and everything all the time, weird like that. Never a regular picture, just dumb.
It doesn't. Oh my gosh, this is classic. Classic. All right. Sure.
Hey, that music in the background makes it more legit too.
Yes, it does. It's like no.
And all the shooting stars, like so many of them, it's like ridiculous.
Right, all in one picture, all in
Mhm.
that 55-second video. You know,
Yep.
you got the falling stars and everything. Yeah. Wow, that was good. Good point, Brian. That was awesome. Way awesome.
And y'all get y'all's videos taken down.
Was
Hey,
that
no, there was a good video. Somebody that actually debunked it. What they did was they got a spinning ball and actually taped a camera on there and just proved it. It was good. I can't remember who it was.
Yeah.
If anybody in the chat remembers who that was,
Yeah,
it might have been.
What's sad though is that, you know, just like I was saying, and we know that that's the way it's going to be, is that that video will get 4 million views and that guy will have 100,000 subs. But the guy who made the video that makes common sense, where like, well, the camera just slams into the earth as it goes around in a circle or what, you know, and no common sense allowed here, guys. Only authoritative content, which is bought and paid for because we worship the shekel.
Right. All right.
That's my dry humor. Sorry.
Yeah, it's very dry. I'm just kidding. We're gonna get to yours, Brian. I promise. It's there. It's tabbed. So I'm gonna play this one. The news is fake, just because we're living in crazy times. And
I love it here.
yeah. So this is the news is fake for. And this is his last video. And yeah, the world is a stage, everybody. Yes, it is. So here we go.
It's hard to sleep. It's hard to eat. Like we've done this before. It's honestly worse because like our families are here and they don't have experience with this, but we do.
Skyline High started the school year with a shooting back on September 5th, 2023. No one was seriously injured, and police arrested 3 people in that case.
Our students at Skyline High School in Oakland are speaking out tonight after a shooting on campus led to an hours-long lockdown. They say in a time of need, staff at the school helped to keep them safe. Our crime reporter Henry Lee is here now with the new details. Henry.
Julie, they kept their wits about them and had plenty of praise for a custodian and teacher who helped them shelter in place on campus.
I heard the shots and I didn't think it was like shots. I thought it was like a skateboard.
and then I saw people running.
14-year-old Sydney Mates Mushin was at Skyline High in Oakland when gunfire rang out on Tuesday morning. The freshman made a beeline to the closest safe spot, a custodian's closet.
He let me in, he then closed the door and then asked me what happened.
What happened was a shooting on campus. Oakland police made 2 arrests and no one was hurt. But that custodian, who students know as Mr. Lee, acted quickly just weeks after a staff active shooter drill. 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 Sydney's 17-year-old
Every time.
as she took refuge in the closet of a French classroom. She quickly called her brother to make
She doesn't look like a clown. No, she's good.
sure he was safe.
What happened was the janitor had opened the closet for him, and my little brother had went in, and then he locked the closet behind him.
The siblings were stuck inside their respective closets for more than 2 hours, but emerged safe and sound. Their father, Skyline PTSA President J.T. Mates-Mushin, is grateful and stood outside the school's gates on Wednesday. There was no class for students because of the shooting, but he held a sign thanking teachers and staff who did report to campus.
They did the best they could to get the kids out, and I think the protocols were really good.
The custodian, Mr. Lee, I think he was doing kind of what he was trained to do, and only meeting him a couple times, I think he's just an all-around amazing person.
She's woke.
Are you going to meet the custodian? Are you going to meet the janitor at a school? Really?
Kinda.
Yeah. Okay.
Had some parents to demand metal detectors on campus, but the PTSA president isn't so sure.
I don't know. I think that we have to have a little more faith in parents and kids that are going to do the right thing.
I still personally think Skyline is a safe campus, and I'm glad that I'm going to Skyline and have been going to Skyline.
We begin now with breaking news.
That breaking news out of the East Bay tonight, where police are at Skyline High School in Oakland, where we have now confirmed there was a shooting there.
I saw a lot of people crying. I saw a lot of people getting worried, panicking, and running the opposite direction, of course, and as we would all expect. And
it's still a good memory. It makes my graduation more memorable and stuff like that. And me being on the news is gonna make it more memorable too. And yeah. Huh? Why? Oh, people. Oh shit. All right. Oh yeah, you're right.
So it's still for you. It's still a happy day, even though people got.
No. People got injured. That kind of like ruins the day because it's supposed to be a happy day. It's supposed to be like there's parents here waiting for their kids to graduate, and then some of the parents. I heard a woman got shot. That's a woman. Her kid could be graduated, and boom, she got shot. That's gonna ruin the day. Is that good? All right, thanks. I appreciate it. Hey, I gotta post that on the
Hey horse lovers, welcome back to Free Spirit Equestrian. So today is a very exciting day for various reasons.
All right.
What was that?
That was it went to the next video.
Oh, okay.
So yeah. So I had to play that. So I wanted to say hello to Boo. Hello to who else came in here? Raleigh. Let's see, Susan. Rita. Oh, Rita's here. Dub.
Hello, Rita. Always good to see you.
Yeah. So yeah. Hello, guys. Welcome. So we're just playing a bunch of crazy stuff. I love the News is Fake 4, and I like his new outro. So that's pretty good. So yeah. Let's see here. So let's see here. Replay that. Right. So we're going to go ahead. This is one from Brian. He just put this out, and I thought that everybody should see this. I thought it was a very good video. So let's play it.
This is going to be based off of Amos 8:11. And you take 8 times 11, you get 88. When this shit hits 88 miles per hour, as the movie says, you're going to see some serious shit or something. I don't know. Anyway, the basket of ripe fruit. Thus hath the Lord God showed unto me, and behold, a basket of summer fruit. And he said, Amos, what seest thou? And I said, a basket of summer fruit. Then said the Lord unto me, the end is come upon my people of Israel. I will not again pass by them any more. That's right, because he has a plan to come back to them. And the songs of the temple shall be howlings in that day, saith the Lord God. And there shall be many dead bodies in every place, and they shall cast them forth with silence. Yeah, Revelation. That's when there's going to be a lot of dead bodies all around. Hear this, O ye that swallow up the needy, even to make the poor of the land fail, saying, when will the new moon be gone, that we may sell corn, and the Sabbath, that we may set forth wheat, making the ephah small, and the shekel, which they worship, great, and falsifying the balances by deceit, that we may buy the poor for silver, and the needy for a pair of shoes, yea, and sell the refuse of the wheat. The Lord hath sworn by the excellency of Jacob, surely I will never forget any of their works. Shall not the land tremble for this, and every one mourn that dwelleth therein? And it shall rise up wholly as a flood, and it shall be cast out and drowned, as by the flood of Egypt. And it shall come to pass in that day, saith the Lord God, that I will cause the sun to go down at noon, and I will darken the earth in a clear day. And I will turn your feast into mourning, and all your songs into lamentation, and I will bring up sackcloth upon all loins, and baldness upon every head. And I will make it as the morning of an only son, and the end thereof as a bitter day. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord God, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but a hearing of the words of the Lord. And they shall wander from sea to sea, and from the north even to the east, and they shall run to and fro to seek the word of the Lord, and shall not find it. In that day shall their fair virgins and young men faint for thirst. Remember, he told us that he who eats of my flesh and drinks of my blood shall not be hungry or thirsty. He was talking about the word. He wasn't talking about literal water, just like it tells us up here that it's not going to be, a famine of bread nor of thirst for water. Yes, but the word. They that swear by the sin of Samaria and say, thy God, O Dan, liveth, and the manner of Beersheba liveth, even they shall fall and never rise up again. All right, I got a lot of scripture pulled up that cross-references and talks about this chapter in general. Amos 8:11 is a great chapter. But yeah, 8:11, 8 times 11, 88. That's what's coming when the word is gone, when there is no faith in this land anymore. The falling away, whatever you want to call it. And this is, Paul's teachings right here. Romans 11:25. For I would not, brethren, that ye should be ignorant of this mystery, lest ye should be wise in your own conceits, that blindness in part is happened to Israel until the fullness of the Gentiles come in. That's why all this is going down, because he took the kingdom away from them and gave it to the Gentiles until the fullness comes in, and then he will come back to Israel. He has a plan for them. That's why it says in Amos that he'll no longer pass them by. He's coming back for them. Here is Ephesians 4:14. Just like in Amos, they're going to be running to and fro, searching for the word, going over the seas, whatever, all that stuff, like it said in Amos. Unity in the body. That we henceforth be no more children tossed to and fro, and carried about with every wind of doctrine by the sleight of men, and cunning craftiness, whereby they lie in wait to deceive. Yes, talking about making the shekel great and falsifying the balances by deceit. That's all they ever want to do. They deceive you with money. They trick people with money. And here's Ezra or Esdras. We already know that he is one and the same. And these books were taken out of the Bible. But anyway, nevertheless, as coming the tokens, behold, the day shall come, that they which dwell upon the earth shall be taken in a great number, and the way of truth shall be hidden, and the land shall be barren of faith. But iniquity shall be increased above that which thou now seest, or thou hast heard long ago, and the land that thou seest now to have root shalt thou see wasted suddenly. Yep. And it goes in again here to tell you about how darkness and light. But anyway, this is the same thing. This is talking about the same stuff. It's talking about when faith is taken out of this land, all you're going to have is iniquity. The other scripture says that because iniquity abound, or the iniquity is increased, that the love of many shall wax cold, and that's what's going to happen too. That's why there's going to be all those dead bodies and all that stuff down here. But their minds were closed for this day. The same veil remains. Yes. Reading the Old Testament, this is what reading the Old Testament does. But their minds were blinded. Why were they blinded? Well, it tells us in Romans 11:25 that blindness happened to Israel for a reason. For until this day remaineth the same veil untaken away in the reading of the Old Testament, which veil is done away in Christ. Yes, Jesus Christ is the only way. He is the glory of the new covenant. But the old covenant was glorious as well, as I've shown in other videos. The scripture says it. That's why glory into glory, old covenant to new covenant. But you ain't going to be justified under the old covenant. You're only justified under Amos back here is talking about, let me move this down a little bit. Amos back here, where was it at? Oh man, this thing started doing that crap. Yep. It doesn't allow me to have any more than a certain amount of things open. Then my internet does this to me. I don't even know what this crap is anymore. But Amos 8:11 and Amos chapter 8 has disappeared. And it sucks because I wanted to reference back to it. But it talks about, he says, what do you see, Amos? God asks him, and he says, I see the summer fruit, It's the harvest. They're talking about the harvest. There's not many here for the harvest, is what the scripture says. Not many are here to help with the harvest. So that's what's talking about in Amos when, what does he see when he says he's going to come back for his people? Yeah, he's coming back for the nation of Israel, and he'll no longer pass by them anymore. That's what he's meaning with the harvest and with the basket of summer fruit, the ripe fruit. This goes back to the end of Amos, or no, it was in the beginning when they said they'll make the shekel great, and we're going to have to pull up Amos again. I hate that this computer is so slow that it can't even keep up with a human being. But golly, the computers are going to lead the future for us, people. Right here, where it says, saying, when will the new moon be gone, that we may sell corn in the Sabbath, that we may set forth wheat, making the ephah small and the shekel great. The ephah was a way of trading. All right, it was a measure of grain or something like that helped out with trading. Not the shekel, which falsifies the balance of the deceit by deceit, because a shekel is just something that man created. It isn't grain. It isn't something of the earth. So let me go back to here. Yes. Therefore, let no one judge you by eat or drink or regard or in respect of a holy day or of a new moon or of the Sabbath days. Remember, Jesus told us he is the Lord of the Sabbath, and that the Sabbath was made for man, not man for the Sabbath. Okay? So these same people that worship the shekel and that love the Sabbath and, judge you and what you eat and all those things, this is what's coming. warning against false teachers, the great apostasy. Now a spirit speaketh expressly that in the latter time some shall depart from the faith, giving heed to seducing spirits and doctrines of devils, speaking lies and hypocrisy, having their conscience seared with a hot iron, forbidden to marry and commanding to abstain from meats, which God hath created to be received with thanksgiving of them which believe and know the truth. Yes, this is a great chapter, and it talks you, it tells you about doctrine. All right. Take heed unto thyself and unto the doctrine, continue in them, for in doing this thou shalt both save thyself and them that hear thee. That's the word. Not me saving you. The word. Again, back to whatchamacallit here, Amos, talking about it'll be darkened in that time. Where is it at? Yep, there it is. Amos 8:9. And it shall come to pass in that day, saith the Lord God, that I will cause the sun to go down at noon, and I will darken the earth in a clear day. Yep. This is talking about all the end time. That's what it's leading to. And blindness has happened to Israel. Why? Well, it happened until the full number of the Gentiles is coming in, or until the fullness of the Gentiles become in. That's why this is all happening. Here's in Isaiah where he says that, for the stars of the heaven and their constellations will not give their light. The sun shall be darkened and is going forth, and the moon shall not cause her light to shine. Matthew 24, talking about the tribulation. That's why in these weird videos that I did back when, pre-tribulation means 88. What's going to happen at 88? People will be called to the Last Supper? I don't know. Stuff like that. This is all scripture, though. Not this stuff, the gematria crap, but it goes back to Amos 8:11, 88. That is the famine that's coming to the land, and blindness in part has happened to Israel until the fullness of the Gentiles be reached. Right here is more cross-referencing. That's what all I did in this video was cross-reference all the stuff that I could from Amos chapter 8 and looked up 1, things from my Bible, 2, things from my brain, from my own reading and understanding, and then 3, things that pop up in the corner of like Bible Hub or something like that. Destruction cometh, and they shall seek peace, and there shall be none. Yeah, that's right. Enoch told, these people that there will be no peace for them. There is no rest for the wicked. There'll be no peace for them. Mischief shall come upon mischief, and rumor shall be upon rumor. And they shall seek a vision of the prophet, but the law shall perish from the priest, and counsel from the ancients. Yep, complete blindness down here. But then there's those from Revelation 2:9 and 3:9 that are calling themselves those that are actually the synagogue of Satan. And Ezekiel 7:2, tells us that the 4 corners of the land, that's what happened with the true Hebrew Israelites. I know this video is wild. I had it a lot better in my head when I first did it, but too much noise and stuff in my house, and it distracted me. But yeah, here's 2 Thessalonians 2:3. Again, let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. Yes, this happens in like Revelation 13, somewhere in there. And the falling away, well, that has to happen before the tribulation and all that stuff. So pre-tribulation again. And then this video I did the other day, no man could serve 2 masters. Well, they have somehow created the IHS, 216, the Jesuits, Roman Catholic Church, and that means Jesus Christ to them. If you go back to this video and watch it if you haven't, or go to this website and read what I've showed on there. And this comment by Edwin Decker was on a other video that I reposted. And he says, this popped into my mind. IHT, Jesus of the cross. IHS, Jesus of the snake. The shekel, the dollar bill sign. Just think of that. S and the S. Those are things that just pop up in my brain. Yep. Four corners of the land. The end of Ezekiel. He's talking about destruction's coming. That's what is coming. And some people didn't like these videos. There's a big stink about these videos. But anyway, Amos 8:11, 88. When the famine comes, and the land shall be barren of faith, and because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. God bless and have a good day.
Hey, that's really interesting that Ezra, that's Esdras. You see how they kind of changed the name to confuse people, but they're the same person.
Yep.
So they felt like, I guess it was the Council of Chalcedon or Nicaea that thought, the Romans thought that the first two books Ezra wrote were inspired, but the other two books weren't inspired.
Well,
You know what I mean? That's
I
just a bunch of garbage.
I showed in the one video on a thumbnail, people could see it where it shows a blue Bible and a white Bible in the thumbnail. And in that one, I show where it says, and it's a 1952 Bible and like the first edition of the RSV. And it tells me, it references Esdras in Ezra. It tells me to go to Esdras and read this, you know what I mean? From the Apocrypha. And that's, you know, all my other translations after that one, no matter which one I have, nothing tells me to go reference Esdras, you know. But anyway.
What about Esther? The book of Esther. They only did chapter 1 through 10 in the King James, but chapter 11, I think 11 through 16 is in the Apocrypha. I mean, why would they do that?
It's just, you know, I don't know, man. To lie, to falsify the words of uprightness, to do those things that Enoch told us that they would do. It's a mystery that they would do these things. Why would they do
Also, their
them?
numerology, though, it makes their numerology. If you ever looked at like the numerology of the King James scriptures, man, it's pretty wild the way the numbers like coincide with one another. So who knows, man? It's just wild. This world we live in, man. We've been lied to about freaking everything.
Yep.
Yeah. And you see how they're trying to take, I mean, it's insane how they're trying to take God out of the equation of everything.
Mm-hmm.
They've been doing it for so many years. And that's what pulled me towards us being in the spiritual warfare, because I mean, you can't get away from it. If you can't see it and you don't know it, it's mind-boggling. It really is.
Yeah.
How people can't see that.
You know, I see a lot of people lately will be like, "Oh, the Bible was written by man," but the thing about it is, every single book on this earth was written by man. But see, these are the same people that never read it and study it. But when you read it and you read the truth, you know, the Holy Spirit that lives in you bears witness that it's truth. You know, and it doesn't glorify man. When you read the scripture, you know, I mean, they might have changed words here and there, but you know, I believe that God, you know, we get what He wants us to get because ultimately He's in control. You know, I mean, He leads the steps of everyone. You know, He puts it in their hearts to fulfill His will, is what it says in Revelation.
Yeah. Crazy.
Yep. And they'll give their kingdom over to the beast.
Yeah, I heard that Hebrews before. They weren't going to put Revelation in there too. That's what I heard. That it was like the Catholics didn't want Revelation in the Bible either.
Yeah. But thank you for that, Brian. I
Yep.
love videos, so people can get mad or do whatever they want or whatever. I love your videos. 100%.
I do my videos for edification in that sense. I don't do them to make people mad, you
Right.
know.
Yeah. I mean,
Yep.
Yep. I get it. 100%. So we're going to continue on. I have a couple more. This one's really quick.
Okay.
Kind of showing Clown World. This is from I'll Be Back, Sanja. Real quick.
More than 4 million chickens are set to be killed. This comes after a case of bird flu was found at a large egg farm in northwestern Iowa. The case was found in Sioux County, making it the latest outbreak in a years-long series. Just last week, the virus was confirmed at a farm in neighboring Minnesota, with nearly 1.4 million chickens killed. The USDA says more than 92 million birds have died since the outbreak
That's a lot of chickens.
in 2022.
I don't even have words for that one. It's
I did that video kind of for you there, Ron, right? Just a voice.
Yeah, Ron, you got him.
Not for you, but for everybody, because it's something that we talked about, and it was a good verse. I've read all the prophets before, but do I remember everything I read? Heck, no. There's so much stuff, you know what I mean? And rereading is where you grow. And in my opinion, you abide in Him and He abides in you. But I had to read back through that, and when I started reading it, it was just, I don't know how I seen all that stuff, but I did. And
cross references is what I like that you found.
Yeah, I said to Chuck that it's just the Holy Spirit guiding me in all truth, because it's just like, oh yeah, look what this. I don't know. I'll just leave it at that, And that's why I do the videos, because I just want to, give them to other people and give them that hope and comfort one another with these words, Anyway.
Hey, Michelle, do the one about the censorship. That was about how they own all the platforms and how they have that country over there in the Middle East. They are like heading up the censorship, if you know.
Which one is that?
It's the one like 2 before that. Hold on, I'll drop it. I'll drop it in the box. You can play that one. That one's real short if you want to. I'll show you. I'll drop it. Link in there. There it is. Yeah, we're pretty much in the echo chamber now. We're reaching the same people over and over again.
Yep. 100% agree.
So literally, we opened a center in Silicon Valley back in 2017. And the woman who runs it, she's an ex-Facebook executive. I have software engineers and data scientists working at ADL. We're monitoring all this stuff. And we're working with all the platforms, by the way, Google and YouTube and Meta and Twitter and Reddit and Steam and Amazon, all these companies.
They're all one.
Zoom, we work with all of them, okay? That's relevant because we've been working with Twitter now since it was founded.
Look at his flag.
Regime working with the new regime.
Look at what?
See his flag on the upper left?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he's talking about the rainbow, the God's rainbow, isn't it? Isn't that what it's for?
Yeah.
Oh, you're right.
Exactly.
You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it's for.
That's what they use it for. You're right.
Brian, you're jumping out of line. I'm just kidding.
Trying to.
Oh my God. So I am the director of development. Yeah, and I'm the community manager for Arizona.
Gotcha.
People off of some of these platforms like Twitter or Facebook, and then they go to different platforms.
Yep.
And so it's kind of this balance of like keeping some of these spaces safe, but also not having them go into this like dark place where you'll just like people.
Yeah.
And so it's this really interesting balance that we kind of continue to have about like making sure they don't go down this like rabbit hole, but also they're not securing this information. Because you want them to be out in the open, because the more they're talking out in the open, the more you can stop incidents from happening. Like, if I could ban them, we're just probably not going to engage with them to the same degree. Well, one of the things we see is everyone should have freedom of speech, but not freedom of
Yeah.
And so I just think that makes so much sense, right? Like you can say whatever you want, but once you start having to reach the social media platform that you're impacting a lot of other people, that's when it becomes an issue.
I don't know if you met with Elon or what, but you guys would put out a list that you did not want, that the public and the advertisers did not want unbanned. It was like Alex Jones, Nick Fuentes, Donald Trump, Kanye West, and
I mean, we definitely do like public statements to make sure that like they are held accountable when there are letters that go. I think like when Elon Musk took over, it was like this is our expectations of you in this position. Like we hope you are the best. Like we hope we can be a partner. Here's what our expectations are. So that's definitely something that we've done.
Develop this new technology to, because a lot of these extremists have podcasts, but like who has the time to listen to like just them drone on and on, where like 99% of what they're saying is like about video games or something. And so there's this new software that can actually like scan the entire podcast for like flagged words.
Wow.
And then like extract, like when they talk about some like extremist activity they want to perform, and then it like extracts it. So I thought that was really cool.
Extremist activity like the truth.
On some of these platforms for extremists. So a platform like what can we think of any, like a crowdfunding, a GoFundMe type of place, like you raise, that's how extremists raise the money. And so bringing awareness to some of these companies, like your platform is allowing these extremists to raise money for people stuff. And so that was an interesting report that we also kind of did a deeper dive in.
Yeah, so we just established a law enforcement advisory council, which convenes local police departments and other law enforcement agencies all around the state. Sometimes we're called when something happens and then we loop in law enforcement. Sometimes law enforcement reach out and talk to us to see what we know about something.
And making sure that any of the intel that we get on a national level is given to all of our law enforcement locally, and so that the trends that we're seeing.
To give you the scope of the system covers the entire internet right now, 2 social networks, Facebook and Twitter, and it covers all the posts, all the tweets. Of them, it identifies every day 200,000 suspect posts and tweets that are suspected for anti-Semitism. Then it analyzes them using artificial intelligence and machine learning, and ultimately identifies roughly 10,000 anti-Semitic posts a day. As of now and forward, this information is going to be made public. It in itself will be a great deterrent to anti-Semitism. Suddenly we'll know which city is the most anti-Semite city in terms of internet activity. We'll know who are the 10 top anti-Semitic tweets and Twitters. We'll know on a certain day we see a spike in anti-Semitism. We'll be able to drill down and understand what caused it. Just by the fact of knowing all of this, it in itself hopefully will shame people into acting better. Here in Tel Aviv at a specific location, it's up and running. This command center takes the information that is analyzed and created here and then acts. It could be, for example, identifying a specific post that is calling for anti-Semitic action and then notifying the local intelligence and law enforcement forces in a certain European country. It could be to tell the municipality of a certain city, and this week I might say that Manchester is one of the highest anti-Semite activities. So call up the mayor and tell him, do something about this. So by knowing this information, we can act. And this group of analysts within the command center, it's up and running as of now.
Propaganda and vertical disinformation, and what you need to know. Propaganda and vertical disinformation are the main techniques used to manipulate public opinion, defined first by Sigmund Freud's nephew Edward Bernays in the 1920s. Here's the differences and how you can recognize them. Propaganda persuades by biasing true information towards a specific ideology or position, using emotional appeals and selective truths. One could also include lying by omission, telling a truth that lacks vital surrounding truths, which would transform its meaning. In contrast, vertical disinformation spreads falsehoods from authoritative sources down to the public, exploiting trust to mislead and control perceptions. Describing reality as something which actually doesn't exist. Lies, basically. The key difference lies in their approach to truth. Propaganda bends it, while disinformation blatantly disregards it. Both aim to shape mass thought, but through different mechanisms of influence and deception, highlighting the importance of critical scrutiny in discerning between manipulated narratives and factual information in today's digital media landscape. In an age where not just information, but much of our actual worldview is being informed by tools run by centralized authorities, Google, OpenAI, Microsoft, etc., these concepts are becoming so vital to know, it may one day prove to be life-saving. But what you must first ask yourself is, am I subjected to propaganda or vertical disinformation myself? Are my beliefs decided by myself after conscious consideration and gathering of facts and experience? Are my news sources and information providers carefully sourced, or were they provided to me automatically? If you feel confident that you are not lied to much, and your perception of the world and events is generally pretty close to reality, well, that is the major warning signal that you are, indeed, living in a manufactured reality. You should take this certainty you feel and become very wary of it, and embark on investigations to establish for yourself that what you take for granted are granted at all. You have nothing to lose. If you are correct in your assumptions, you will enjoy confirming them. But you have to brave the experience of exploring perspectives that aim to disprove, and do so honestly. Good luck.
In my line of work, you got to keep repeating things over and over and over again for the truth to sink in. You got to catapult the propaganda. You got to catapult the propaganda.
I'm talking about a fish story.
Man, and they're buying it.
They're buying it.
Hey, you need to take Angie's wrench away, Michelle.
Why? What did she do now? I'm just kidding.
She said I used to wear one of those little hats on the back of my head.
Angie, be nice, my main moderator. I'm just kidding. You might have to zap yourself. I'm kidding.
No, we were trying to figure out how they get them to stick to the back of your head. And I heard something about that. Yeah, and I Googled it, and it does say Velcro.
I said Velcro last week, or when someone asked us last time.
Oh, that's what it was. Okay, I knew I heard that somewhere.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
That's all that makes sense to me. You can put glue and tape in your hair. You know, I mean, Velcro would work, though. I wouldn't put tape on my head. Unless I was a bald head, and then maybe it'd be okay.
Yeah, Velcro.
What's the story behind those hats? Does anybody know? Like, what do they say? And I'm wondering what the real story is behind.
I've shown in scripture that it says that a man who covereth his head dishonoreth himself. You know what I mean? Or that's what it says. You know, so maybe
That's
that's
true
why
for men. Yeah, and women, their hair is their covering.
Yep.
So women aren't supposed to cut their hair. It's just like the glory. Something about it keeps the angels. So it has something to do with the angels. I can't remember.
Well, it's just a glory for her. That's her glory, is her hair, to give her a covering, and she prays with a covering on, and it's okay. And it says that, you know, does not nature teach us that man with long hair is a disgrace? You know, and then it says that there's no customs against the long hair, but it doesn't say against the head covering, which in my thing thinks back to like a cloak or a hat and that type of stuff, which we see associated with like Knights Templars or Assassin's Creed type stuff. If you guys have ever seen any of that stuff, it's littered with Freemasonry stuff. Anyway, but yeah.
We know the Bible talks about the Star of Remphan, and that's supposedly the David one.
Well, anybody have anything else that we should show? You have any suggestions?
Anybody in the chat?
Anybody in the chat? And if anybody wants to promote their channel, please drop your channel link into the chat. I will not get offended whatsoever. Please do. If you want to promote your channel, say it's my channel link and blah, 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 you know, drop the link. That'd be great.
Let me see if anything's breaking real quick.
Just personally, you know, it doesn't seem like anything's happening, but it seems like there's a bunch happening. But hard to explain. I don't know.
It is kind of slow, like the dog days of summer. It's like nothing's really going on.
What do you think, Dub Wilkinson?
I think there's a lot going on that's just so subtle that it's not brought to light, and basically you don't see it because it's not actually in focus. It's not being brought forward and caused attention to it.
I don't know. It's just so thick to me.
Yeah.
This fall should be interesting.
A big puzzle to me is the latest trial and the verdict. None of that is the way a trial would actually be carried on, or nothing,
it was too soon.
Nothing about it. It was just again the stage part of it. It's just so much the stage that it's really pretty crazy. But it's just so much not the way it would be in real life.
Mary posted a link that's like 5 minutes long. If you want to play that one?
Yeah, I just wanted to show this picture real quick. We got our one-eyed symbolism and our triple X. So there you go. New movie just came out. 10.2 million views on this trailer on YouTube.
Dang. 3 X's.
Yeah. Triple X, and then look how they spell it here, though. Don't get confused by the all capitals up there. They definitely capitalize what they want you to see down here. And then you got your not accidental hair over the eye stuff.
We'll play it.
Oh, no, I wasn't going to play it. I was just going to show that that's, you know, just the types of thumbnails for videos that they do for their symbolism. You know, that was the trailer.
Views. Yeah, how many views did that thing have? Like millions?
10.2 million views, and it came out April 8th, 2024. So it's only been almost 2 months. 10.2 million views.
Wow.
That's an interesting rabbit hole, Ron, is the whole jet fuel hoax.
I've heard about that in the past, that there isn't even jet fuel. you
Yeah,
know.
they got some kind of technology that keeps them up or something. Who knows?
Right. Can you see this?
No.
No.
There it is.
Now can you see it?
No, that's like the end of Chuck's video that you just played.
Yeah.
That's what we see. Yeah, they make cars that run off compressed natural gas. So maybe all the planes run off compressed natural gas. Or they compress air as they use it and fly through the air and then spit it right back out. Wouldn't that be some weirdness? Some perpetual compressed air turbulence.
Who was the guy, that occultist, that German guy that came out with the jet engine with the Nazi? What was his name again? There was a movie about him. Come on, guys. Who was the guy that did the jets? Come out with the jet engine. He was a big occultist.
Was that Van Buren? I don't
Somebody in
know.
the chat help me out.
Not Warner Von Braun, right?
No,
We're not talking about that.
It was one of his. Jack Parsons. Jack Parsons.
Okay.
Yeah, and there was definitely some, I think, some fallen angel technology in that whole creating the jet engine. I mean, he even had a Hollywood movie, and it even showed in the movie that he was all into all this kind of witchcraft and occult type stuff.
All right. Now switch it. I don't know, Chet.
June 1st, 2024, the beginning of hurricane season, the very first day of the Atlantic hurricane season, but we're not talking about that right now. I got something to show you that was sent to me by a few different people, and this is going to blow your mind. It's two separate anomalies going on at the exact same time. They begin together and end together, but they are thousands of miles apart. Wait until you see this. Here, we're going to go to Sunday, May 26th, and we're going to zoom down into the Western Pacific area, north of the Vanuatu Islands, Tonga, Fiji, all these exotic type islands out here. And we're going right to this area here. You're not going to believe what you're about to see here. When you zoom in, this strip of weather that stays here for days turns into numbers. 2024-05. What does this mean? This is crazy. Right off the bat, what this reminds me of is what you see on Google Earth. And what I mean by that is this. I'm just going to pick a random area in Google Earth and drop into Street View, and you're going to see what I mean. They have Google Earth labeled like in the sky and things like that, depending on what the date is. You just kind of look up in this area and you see 2023 Google. So these are like watermarks they put into Google Earth to let you know the year that the image you're looking at was taken. But this is totally different. And you only see this when you zoom way in. You see how it changes from a strip of weather right here into those numbers. Again, 2024-5. And as you move on, it turns into a 6, I believe. Now, again, this is just one anomaly I'm talking about. You can see as you move from the 26th through the 27th and the 28th, this thing stays right there. And you can clearly see it says 2024-5. So I don't know if this is some sort of date that was captured within the data here and it's a mistake, but as you zoom out again, it looks like just a weather anomaly. And then you go to the 31st, it's there again. And I think this is the one that says 06 over here. Maybe I'm wrong. It could switch on the, there it is right there. So it looks like on the 1st of June, which is the date, it says 0624. So this looks to be some sort of anomaly that's just capturing the date, but what is it doing right here? Why is it just sitting in the middle as a weather system in the Western Pacific Ocean and then slowly switching, eventually disappearing? If we go to the second here, we could see it's not there, but we're not in the second yet. So it might be there in the next 24 hours. We'll keep an eye on this. But as I said, there's two of these anomalies, and I'm going to show you the second right now. We got to go back to Sunday the 26th and take a look at Mexico. We've seen this anomaly for years. This thing pops up on occasion, and it is very, very telling. This thing has made its rounds around the internet many times. I've shared this anomaly. It's been shared with me, but take a look at this. Monday the 27th, you can see it kind of dissipates a little bit, and then you move into Tuesday the 28th, and there it's back. More of these beams coming out of it. This is the Baja region of California and Mexico. We can see this anomaly all through Wednesday, and then I believe it ends right here Thursday the 30th. It's gone, and that's around the same time where we start seeing the change in this anomaly over here, closer to Australia. That looks like a strip of weather, but when you zoom in, it's a date. I'm telling you right now, my friends, if these weather models are trying to gain any sort of trust in us, this stuff needs to stop. I don't know if they're doing this on purpose for us to find these things and then to make fun of us later on. I don't really care. Anytime I see something like this or it's sent to me, I'm going to talk about it. And I need some explanations for this because I'm not seeing this anywhere else on the map, even though it's a large area to search. I have not seen anything like this yet. My actual opinion on this is it's some sort of date captured. Obviously, it moves with the month of June. As you go into Saturday the 1st, it actually changes to a 6. So we got the month and the year. But again, why is this right here? What is going on? That is something I'm going to keep looking into, my friends. Keep sending me this amazing stuff because I love posting. I love sharing it with you. And I love seeing what you guys think about it. And also the fact that we had both of these going on at the same time. I can't say they're related right now. This is just a very nutshell type video I'm doing, but we can see this clear as day. And it's not the only one. There is a very, very big one that's here in Cuba as well. Sometimes that pops up and has a heavy influence on the weather in Florida. I have snapshots of this one actually, and some big ones we've seen actually come off the state of Florida. So, and just a heads up for those of you that want to go check out the Antarctic anomaly, it's still there for May the 25th, going into about 5 p.m. that same day, and then disappears on the 8th. So they have not yet removed all of these anomalies that popped up over time. We have not seen one since they claim that they're removing the data, but I'm sure we're going to find it somewhere else. All right, my friends, I appreciate you all. Please share this video. Help me find out what is going on here. Is this some sort of modeling error once again? And I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.
Look at that one-eyed symbolism. Go back to his avatar.
Oh shit! Yep. I just
snizzle snap right at the end there. Got you quick.
I have to go scroll up and go back because I just deleted it.
Nothing to see here, guys.
Yeah, it's just half his face or one eye or something like that.
Let me find it.
Hey, like I said, that's another weather guy. So anytime something big comes, their people are going to be the ones that cover it.
He's saying coded, like coded stuff in the,
Yeah, in the radar or something.
In the radar. There we go. If you can't go back, it's all good, Michelle. It doesn't matter.
I pulled it up. So all the way to the end.
I mean, it's like right there you go. You just showed it. It's like at the last split second. It's really quick right there.
There it is.
Bing bong.
Bing bong. Bing
Okay.
bong.
What channel is that?
Into thin air. 73,000 subs, pretty much.
Into thin air. Yeah, 72,000, almost 73,000 subs.
Yeah, come on, man. I mean, these people, man, they don't care. You know what I mean? They don't care anymore.
And he's got a link to Cash App because why? Because the shekel is what he collects. You know what I mean?
Well, look, Brian, you have to have some compassion. They need money to continue on. Come on now.
You're right. I take it back.
You know, it takes money to make a video.
Yes.
Yeah, right.
They pay me every day to make all the videos I make.
Yeah. You know, I mean, if I could charge everybody for all the videos I've done, just think about how many Chuck does. You know, I haven't made half that many, but I'd be a millionaire. You know, it does. It takes a lot of time, and that's what they say. They're like, it takes a lot of time and a lot of effort and a lot of one-eye symbolism. I'm just kidding.
And it does. And if you want to do it for the love of doing it and the information you're putting out,
you can subscribe to my Patreon. I'm just kidding. And I'll give you the exclusive content.
You want people to see your contact, do the work. Yeah. Oh. Okay. So I pulled up one more, and that was from Mary. And I'm sorry, Mary, we're being so what's the word for random action?
Well,
nitpicky, critical.
Yeah, critical.
We're getting there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just want to show that real quick. Cash App 223, 322. Remember, we looked up what was the other thing? The super chat means 666.
Yeah.
Remember, this is their world. And also right here, Snap or Cash App means Masonic right up top.
Wow.
But whatever. It is what it is. And that guy's eye and Cash App and all that has nothing to do with anything. Yep, Cash App. Yeah, 223 up top. Sorry, Mr. Delay. I keep forgetting about that. So you're like a minute behind me, 20 seconds? What? Did you hear that?
What, you talking to me?
What?
What, Brian?
Hello?
I had a bunch of yelling and hollering. I had to press mute.
Oh, okay.
We have a little 2-year-old trying to get lip gloss. Here.
So I have one from Just a Voice. Let's see. Jet fuel. Oh, this one's 16 minutes long. Let's check it out.
Did you play Mary's?
Yeah, I did.
Oh,
I just
okay.
played it.
That was the last.
That
Okay.
was the one.
Oh, okay.
A little slideshow here. And I want to talk about jet fuel. And let's see how this goes. And why would they possibly want to lie to us about jet fuel?
Shekels.
There is a 4-engine sitting there. And for this would be the only 4-engine one that I show. You can see it sitting there, and there's the size of the wing. There's a turbine engine connected to a wing. I know you can see that, right? Just bear with me here. And then you decide if you believe that jets use jet fuel or not. And I would try to explain why they would deceive the world. Besides money, because every time you buy a plane ticket, more than likely you've paid a fuel charge. Follow the money. There's a tanker, supposedly holds right at 10,000 gallons. There's a tanker there filling up a jet. There's your turbine. There's your wings. Okay. There's one, I can't tell how big that tanker is, but he's filling up the wing. Now, here's a chart. I have to take screenshots, so I hope I get all this in here. But each wing supposedly holds 9,560 gallons at a weight of 64,000 pounds in each one of those wings. And the main tank is 26,100 pound gallons, I mean, at the weight of 174,900 pounds, totaling a little over 300,000 pounds, totaling gallons in these 3 tanks, 45,200 gallons. This is their figures now. And they claim that it's 6.7 pounds per gallon. Now, if you take the 9, there's your 9, add your 5 and your 6, you get 11. 9, 11 again. You add 2 plus 6 plus 1 equals 9. 4 plus 5 plus 2 equals 11. I just found that kind of interesting. Now, the true weight, according to Google, when you Google it, you'll find that Type A jet fuel weighs 6.66 pounds per gallon. 666. So cross that off. And if you take each wing, the 9,560 gallons that each tank in the wings hold, right? And multiply that by 6.66, you come up with 63,669.666, and so on, continuing with sixes. They did that to deceive the masses, I do believe, right there, the 6.7. Here's a chart of how much water it takes to fill a round pool. And here's a chart on in-ground pools. And I'll break this down a little bit later. I'll show you how big the pool would have to be. Because right here, here's your gallons each of them weigh, and there's your total. You can pause it and look at it. Now, for each wing, it would have to be a 12 by 24 foot pool, at least 4 foot deep. And for the belly, a 19 by 38 foot pool, at least 4.5 foot deep. Totaling, for all the fuel they claim goes in that jet, a 25 by 50 foot pool, at least 4.5 foot deep. And there's a 12 by 24 foot pool. And there's another one. And there's a 32 by 18 inch pool. And all that fuel, that tanker you saw earlier, it would take at least 4 of those tankers to put that much fuel in those wings and the belly, according to them. It would take at least 4 tankers to fill that jet up. And that one. Not to forget, you have all the flaps, all the hydraulics running through the wings, which take up a lot of room. There's your flaps. Take up a lot of space. And here's one of your turbine motors. This was from that Southwest where the motor messed up and a woman supposedly died. Looking out at the wing from inside of a jet, there's your wing and there's one of your turbines. Now, depending upon the size of the jet is how much the turbine weighs. anywhere from 46,500 to 50,100. Let's just say 45,000 pounds per turbine. Plus, you also got 64,000 pounds in fuel. So you're talking at least 100,000 pounds per wing, fuel and turbine motor. Right there, held on by that flimsy aluminum wing. There they are fueling one. That is 10,000 gallons, which just enough for one wing. There's one of your turbines.
Hey, pause it real quick.
The 24-foot pool again. That supposedly is in that wing.
Hey, that the frame where all those people were at the tanker, and they were all had on those suits and they were feeling it. Wouldn't this mean that they would all have to be on it too? In on it, you know? And I mean, I think Ron has a good point. I actually believe that he's right. But all those people that drive the tanker, because I mean, I've pulled tankers, and like I said, they empty them, and when I leave, my tank's empty. You see what I mean? So they would be leaving with a full tank. So they'd be going in with like 80,000 pounds and leaving with 80,000 pounds. I would think that they would have to be in on it. You know what I mean? Because they're not unloading the tank. Or maybe they're putting a different type of fuel. I don't know, man. It's just, I was just thinking about that.
They definitely do something because, like,
full of.
When I fly into the local airport, like a small airport into the bigger airport, and you fly into the smaller side of the airport, you know what I'm saying? Like where the smaller planes are going in, I could smell all that kerosene or diesel or something. You smell it burning, you know what I mean? From the jet engines and something along those lines. But that's smaller planes, not big planes. So I don't know, you know?
Yeah. I was just wondering about just like the drivers because, you know, I drive, and I was wondering if I was delivering a tank and they were supposedly emptying it and I left and it was still full. I mean, they would have to be in on it, I would think.
I have a question. If they're not powered by JP4, what are they powered by?
JP8.
Or JP8 or any jet fuel. What is actually powering?
Maybe it takes some, but nowhere near as much as they say it does. Maybe those tanks aren't full. You know what I mean? Maybe they do run on fuel, but they're just blowing it up to make all that money or whatever. I don't know.
Well, hey, how about this? If they can get up there and supposedly, you know, gravity, the further you get away, it doesn't work as well, maybe. And people have talked about that and different things, you know what I mean? They even say it themselves. Maybe they use just a little bit of fuel to get them off the ground. And once they're up there, they really don't need it like
That's what I
they
think.
need it. Like you going down the highway, you're still going to need all that fuel making contact with the ground, your tires and all that shit. But to get yourself in the air, to just paraglide and float, whatever you want to call it, all that stuff, be in the jet stream, you get it? Flying in the air over the plane, you get it? Yeah, we do.
At the higher altitude you're flying, the less fuel you use because the air is thinner.
Yep.
I think I heard that they just have to take off.
Fuel.
You got to lean your dirt, but anything with a carburetor's got to be leaned out the further you go up in elevation because you need less fuel.
Hey, Ron says play the video. It's all in the video. So we're probably asking questions that he answers.
Fuel,
Sorry,
that
Ron.
size in that wing, one there, and two in the belly. According to them. Here they are fueling it from underneath, out of the ground. And something else very interesting. When they fuel a jet, they only fuel one wing. So that fuel, that 42,000 gallons of fuel, has to fill up this wing, go into the belly, and be transferred over to the other wing. Because they only fuel one wing. At least I never saw a photo of any where they're fueling both wings. There's your chart again. I'll keep showing that so you can reference it. There's your 12 by 24 foot pool. There they are filling one up from a 10,000 gallon tanker. There they are coming up out of the ground, filling up one wing, which, remember, it's got to be transferred to the other side. People say, how can a deception this big, how can so many people be involved? Look into secret societies. Look into their foot soldiers. And if only 1% of 7 billion people were involved, that's 70 million people. And follow the money.
How many people have been involved in all the other events that we have been exposed to?
Well, just think about this guy here that's standing there. You know, he's thinking, you know, he's doing his job. He's told what he's got to do.
Yeah.
He probably has no clue.
Doesn't care.
No, he's getting paid
doing his job.
$25 an hour, you know, 40 hours a week. You know, he's good.
Yeah.
Well, hey, I got something too. I've been looking for jobs, you know, hauling tankers. I have my hazmat tanker endorsements and all that. And I've never seen a job opening for tanker transport for jets. Never seen a job opening. So good point that it probably is one of their foot soldiers. Only their people fuel the jets. You know what I mean? Because I've never seen it opening. And I mean, I'm like subscribed to all kinds of like job apps because everything's done on the internet and I get all the openings and I've been looking through jobs for months and I've never seen one for hauling a tanker for jet fuel. Never seen it.
Trillions have been made off of jet fuel. Look at that wing. You decide, oh. There's a 10,000 gallon filling up one wing. Remember, you don't need combustible engines to run a lawnmower anymore or to operate a fan. 2, 1. All it needs is air. And electric and battery operated automobiles. And they even have battery powered aircraft. At least they have the technology for it. And they show these, if you look it up. Everything I'm showing you, I found on a Google search. And you can find it too. Those don't take any fuel. They're showing you they had that technology. And what we're finding out, whatever technology they show us, they've had for decades. And here's some of jets that crash. The fuselage burnt, but all that fuel in the belly and in those wings didn't catch fire. Here's another one, fuselage. There's the turbine motor still intact. The wing still intact. Didn't catch fire.
Hey, pause it one more time.
Another one, fuselage in the back. If you look over here to your left, that wing's intact.
Didn't it say the wings with the fuel were like 40,000 or 60,000 pounds? There's no way those wings would have to be super, super light for a plane to fly, I would think.
Look here, it looks a little scorched, but it still didn't blow up. Here's from another wreck. One of your turbine engines. There was fire because there's smoke everywhere, but the turbine did not disintegrate. That will come in here in a minute in this video. Here's another one that survived the crash. There's your chart again, showing you how many gallons is supposedly in each wing and in the belly and the weight. Remember, 100,000 pounds per wing with the motor and the fuel. And how the numbers, the 666 and the 911 are all over this. There's what a 12 by 24 foot pool looks like again. Now, you decide if you believe that there's a swimming pool full of fuel in each of those wings and 2 swimming pool full of 12 by 24 foot pools in the belly of that. If not, that is a good cover story for what they've been doing for a couple of decades. The chemtrails. They claim that is just vapor, water vapor, coming from the fuel in a wore out turbine motor. That is just water vapor. That's not even coming from the turbines. Or
Hey,
is it?
I think what that's what he's getting to is I think they need that extra weight for the chemtrail tanks. You know what I mean?
Right.
We got 2 minutes left. Let it go.
All right.
A converted jetliner spraying the masses. Spraying the masses. And for all you Trump fans that think he's your savior, he can do no wrong.
I love you, Mr. President. I'm just kidding. I had to say that.
He's a man of God. He's touring one of these chemical factories that are spraying you.
He is the chosen one. Just don't forget that.
And the cover story of 9/11, the 2 towers, was due to jet fuel that made those massive explosions that brought the towers down in a cloud of dust due to jet fuel. And the one photo we have an explosion of a jet fuel hitting the Pentagon, where, if you look, you will not even find any part of one turbine motor from that plane that disintegrated when it hit the Pentagon. So why would they want the masses to believe in jet fuel? Well, there's just 2 cover-up stories, plus follow the money. Here's your diagram again. And do you believe that one of those are in each wing and 2 of those in the belly of that jet airliner? Or that jet airliner?
Very good video.
I'm up for the call, stupid. You set it up, man. I'm there.
If you're gonna send up a GoFundMe, stupid, who should we send it to? Stupid.
Now he's saying we need to go to an old airplane graveyard and go climb around in the planes and see for ourselves.
Okay.
Did you guys know that up there in the jet stream is where they do things. Yep. Y'all learned about the jet stream and know about the jet stream, right?
Yeah.
Yep. The jet stream.
The jet stream.
666, just so you know. That's their whole world. Guess who's coming into politics this year?
Oh, yay.
This guy.
Uh-huh.
You know, hey, talking about the jet stream real quick. Doesn't it say that there's four angels at the four corners of the earth that hold the winds back?
Right
So
here.
it's the
I was just
angels
looking
that
up
are
the
going
jet stream.
there.
Yes, it's there's 4 jet streams. You're right. I was just looking into that. So there we go.
4 angels.
Let me go back. How many jet streams are there? Earth has 4 primary jet streams. There you go. And that's the air up there. Jet streams are narrow bands of strong wind that generally blow from west to east all across the globe. No, it would be all around the globe, wouldn't it? Get your stories straight.
There you go.
But
Stop
anyway.
telling the truth, Brian.
Oh, wait.
Man.
Please donate to my Patreon. Anyway, there's that. Jetstream 666. 4 of them, remember. And, yep. But as Chuck just said, the 4 winds, you know.
Yeah.
Or the 4 angels holding back the winds from the earth, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah, well, Enoch, their angels are the ones that blow the wind. So they stop blowing and that holds the wind back.
Nope. Can't have air in a huge vacuum, and you most likely don't have jet fuel burning when there's not oxygen available. That's just a common sense thing as well.
Yeah.
Speaking of oxygen, let me look that word up once. I don't know why I just wanted to look that up just now. Oxy.
I just like looking at
oxymoron.
Barron Trump. I'm just kidding.
Barron Trump.
Nothing crazy there. But yep, you got your jet stream 666. Yep. There it was. That was just something that I popped into my head while we were watching Ron's video.
Put jet fuel in there then while you're doing it. Or did you already do that?
I'll go do it here. Hold on a second. Let me go back. Jet
Did you do that
fuel.
yet?
I don't know.
Danny says we never landed on the moon. What do you mean, Danny? Don't come in here and start trolling.
Yeah, you're in the wrong live stream there, buddy.
Yeah. Jet fuel, it just means 936. So you could throw a 369 in there if you wanted or something like that. I don't know. Jangle the numbers around. I'll show it here in a second. There you go. Jet fuel up here. But we know the jet stream down here was that. So here's where Alex Jones, was at. If y'all know.
We love Alex Jones. Don't.
Good old Alex.
That's right. He's a trooper.
Yeah, he's a trooper.
Schizophrenia made him think that one place up north didn't happen.
What's his other name?
This is what it's supposed to be if Trump don't get elected, right? Or no?
Yep.
My neighbor just told me this the other day. Freaking old dude, completely stuck into this world and the things of it, like voting. And I remember him telling me this the other day, I think, that if Trump doesn't get elected, it's supposed to be a bloodbath. And that's jet fuel, bloodbath. Anyway.
Well, guys, it's been 2.5 hours. What do you guys think? You guys want to keep going on, or what's up? Alex?
No, we don't have to keep going on. I just had food arrive, so I'm gonna go and eat. And I just wanted to show this. This was that thing. that I was just reading. There's your jet streams, 4 of them.
Where are the other 3? I know where the one is that's closest to me.
2 polar jet patterns near the north and the south, and 2 subtropical jet streams closer to the equator. Then here's a cool picture in case you need to see their art that they draw. Remember, it was all around the globe or across it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Remember, this is how they get the Coriolis effect too. Something from that. They try to say, well, why do storms spin this way up here and storms spin this way down here? And it's all horse crap.
Yeah.
This stuff doesn't happen like. I mean, it might happen like that, but it sure as crap don't happen in the sense of water going down the drain on one side of the equator versus the middle of the equator versus the other side of the equator. I have a video in my feed or whatever. It's an old video that talks about this, and that video that I made back in the day on my old channel before it got deleted, I had links to that video. Those links no longer exist. PBS and Nova and all these people that put out these videos of magical paper airplanes and stuff like that. I mean, it was just so stupid. Proving to Coriolis. It was dumb. But those videos don't exist anymore. Only my video. And my video is hidden and put in a corner for no one to see.
I think we're all in the echo chamber, Brian. You're not the only one. Well, guys, I think we're going to call it a week. I thought it was a really good live stream. I enjoyed it very much. So
Totally.
thank you, Ron, for that last video. I really enjoyed that.
That was good. Yeah.
Yeah.
He did a lot of work on that. That was a lot of pictures, a lot of work he did.
Yeah. So I really appreciate that, Ron. Everybody that I use their videos, I really appreciate that, except for the Reed Timmer video. I'm just kidding. I didn't play that one, but you know, the one eye symbolism, we're not going for it, Reed, and maybe you should not put a thumbnail up like that the next time. And even though we're like a small minority of people, we're gonna call you out if we can. But love you guys. Thank you, Brian. Thank you, Chuck. Thank you guys for everything. Thank you, Dub Wilkinson.
Hey, real quick. Ron, drop that link to that jet fuel video. He did. Never mind. Honeycutt was asking for it, so he dropped the link. So go ahead.
But thank you, Ron, Just a Voice. Thank you, Kip, for your video. Of course, everybody in the chat. I love you guys. I hope you guys have a very blessed week. Hang in there until next week. We'll see what's on the table next time.
Be back for more.
But actually, I love the stream. It was a really good one. So you all have a good week. Love you guys and be blessed. And we will see you next week.
Bye, everyone. Later.
Bye.
Bye.
Main moderator.